Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from whatever you're watching this channel. Now, this story of the late CDF Ogolla, we know that it has not been resolved. The story of the late CDF Ogolla reached a point whereby Kenyans wanted to know the truth. And that is why there were teams which were formulated. One was by Murkomen. Then there's another team that was formulated by William Samoei Ruto. And we also know that Miguna said that a team that does not comprise of General Tonje, does not comprise of Maraga, will not be a team that will be acceptable by Kenyans. But the DCI and KDF detectives have released a preliminary report on how the roof fell on Francis Ogolla before the tragic crash. So this report has released bits of what they have found during their investigation. So it has emerged that the chopper by Ogolla, the chopper that the CDF Ogolla used, was quite faulty. So I want us to go to this preliminary report that has been released by the joint team of DCI and KDF detectives. But before you do that, please like this video, because that is the only way you make YouTube share this video to other people. Also, if you're not subscribed before, subscribe to our channel, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for supporting this channel. It has emerged that the chopper that was used by Ogolla at the time was not mechanically fit to be used by the Kenya Army, and especially more so by the CDF. The same report indicates that due to logistical challenges that were faced by the KDF, the Chief of Defense Forces and his team had to use that chopper despite the fact that it was mechanically unfit. The report says that the propeller was faulty, leading to the falling of the roof to the chopper, which fell on Ogolla and his team. So this is in line with the onlookers' account. You know, that day when this chopper fell down and that crash and Ogolla was pronounced dead, there was an onlooker. You know, there are people who are always there when these incidences sometimes they happen. And the report which this person gave out was akin to what the joint team of the CDF and the joint team of the CID and the KDF detectives have released, that the propeller failed. So the onlooker also made a similar statement when he said the propeller had stopped functioning, and then they had people shouting, screaming, and then all of a sudden there was a bang. So that is when they realized that the chopper had fallen down and there was huge fire.
Because kama tulianza kazi karibu saa nne hiyo madege ikakuja hivi ikalan hapa hivi shule yetu Chipilel Boys. Tukafanya kazi yetu kwa shamba karibu saa 8:16 tukakuja kita hapa hivi na ni lunch, tunakula lunch. Wakati tunakula lunch, baada tutakula ndege ikakuja tu hivi. Sisi tuliangalia ilikuwa propeller isunguki. Wengine wanasema shuka hapo, inashuka hapo. Wakati tunafika inashuka, kumbe ni kuanguka tu, ikakuja hivi tu straight. Ikaanguka ikalala hapo chini. Sasa sisi tukaamua tukimbia tukokoe hiyo watu. Tukaenda furuta mahali kuna moto kubwa, tukasukuma, huko inalipuka pum. Tukangangana mpaka tukatoa watu wote, tukapanga jini. Mpaka mandege ya jeshi ikakuja sasa akatupata pale, tumokoa hiyo watu. Nisho mambo ilifanyika hapa. Sasa tukasukuma hiyo vitu, ndio sasa tukatoa watu wote. Wengine wanakuja na mapanga wanakata makamba, ndio tukapanga hiyo watu nyuma hiyo hiyo ndege. Huko sasa kuna mwandishi mmoja alikuwa na akasema mnisaidie sameni, tukaokoa hiyo. Alikuwa anasimama. Alafu askari mmoja alikuwa anasimama pia. Tukapeleka hiyo wenye walikuwa ako wife, tukampeleka kwa ndege. Sasa tukangangana hiyo watu, jeshi walikuja vile walishuka tu wakatuchukua wakatuambia toka. kila mtu enda, tukaenda hivyo.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there is something that I'm beginning to ask myself. You know, there is also this story that the chopper was swapped. I don't know whether you came across that part, that the chopper was swapped. So the question here is this: if the chopper was swapped, and many people say that the swapped chopper was used by the deputy president. So if that is the case, then what I'm thinking here is that, what if the deputy president used this faulty chopper? What do you think would have happened? Right now, people would be saying the late Rigathi. Because if this report is saying that that chopper was faulty, it means that if at all Rigathi used this chopper, yeye angeanguka nayo, he would have crashed just like the late CDF has crashed. So this report by the joint team of CID and KDF is ruling out the probability that there was an assassination on the KDF, on the chief of defense forces. Mind you, during the burial ceremony, many of the Azimio politicians, they were talking about the possibility or the probability of an assassination attempt or an assassination on CDF Ogolla. And one of those people is the brother to Raila Amolo Odinga, talking about Oburu Odinga, who said,
we are a bit suspicious, not because of anything, but we want to know the truth.
They are suspicious of these things because they have seen so many things, so many assassinations on the Luo community, leaders in the Luo community.
That the death was an accident, but even though it is an accident, in this region we have had many such accidents. And we have also had assassination of leaders from this region.
So they were saying that, actually he was saying that even in this scenario of CDF Ogolla, he suspects something. So the report, the preliminary report by the joint team of the CID and KDF is ruling out the possibility of an assassination on CDF Ogolla. So the blame game is now on the engineers, people who usually repair these choppers. So the problem here is that, how did they okay this chopper to be used when they knew very well that it was a bit faulty to a level whereby now the propeller could also malfunction? Why did they okay it? So this is now where this ball is heading to. Why did they allow that chopper to be used when they knew that maybe it was some like 50% faulty? Because the mere fact that the propeller could fail, I mean, why did they allow it to be used? You know, at least you can say maybe the tires have a problem. You can live with that. I mean, that tire cannot cause a huge crash. It can't cause a crash. But when a propeller fails up there is no chance. It just has to go down. So this is why these engineers who do the repairs, I think they're the ones to be blamed. If this report is true, if the preliminary report is true, that the people who do maintenance of these choppers are the ones who are supposed to be blamed over the crash. Personally, that is what I think, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about this preliminary report from the investigative team? Do you think that the report is a bit satisfactory? Of course, we know that there is the survivor, you know, Mogire, someone by the name Mogire. The survivor, Kenyans have not heard from the survivor, but we know, going by the information, that he's doing well. And we also know that those people perished, almost all of them have been buried. I think by now all of them have been buried. But we know that Mogire, the survivor, who was a cameraman, has not spoken out. So I think also the government is keen so that to make sure that he doesn't speak out, or he doesn't speak, or doesn't talk a lot, because he might release something that might stir the tension here in Kenya. So personally, I think this report, if it's true, then this report has literally vindicated the government from this mistake. The people who are going to be punished, or the blames, where the blames are going to be apportioned to, these are the people who do repairs on these choppers. Because why did they okay a chopper that was that faulty? So, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.